Hello and a very warm welcome to our channel, your trusted space for living a vibrant, strong, and meaningful life at every age. Have you ever heard someone say, or perhaps even thought to yourself, "Oh, I'm too old for that," or "That's just what happens when you get to my age"? From a very young age, we are bombarded with stories about what it means to get older. Stories of decline, limitation, and fading away. These stories are so powerful that we often start to believe them. They can become a self-fulfilling prophecy, causing us to shrink our lives and accept limitations that are not actually true. But what if these stories were just that? Stories. What if many of the most common beliefs about aging were actually lies that are silently hurting our health and our happiness? Today, we are going to identify and debunk 5 of the most common and harmful lies about aging, and we will replace them with powerful, science-backed truths that can help you redefine what is possible in your life, starting today. Before we begin this empowering conversation, our essential reminder: this information is about mindset and lifestyle. For any specific health concerns or before making any significant changes to your physical activity or health regimen, please always have a conversation with your doctor. Before we tackle the specific lies, we need to understand a fundamental principle. Your mindset is one of the most powerful factors influencing your health. The science of this is clear. What you believe about aging directly impacts your behaviors. If you believe that significant physical and mental decline is inevitable, you're far less likely to challenge yourself with a new activity, learn a new skill, or stay socially engaged. Why bother if it's a losing battle? This mindset leads to passivity, which in turn leads to the very decline you were afraid of. But if you believe that growth, strength, and vitality are possible at every age, you are far more likely to make choices that support that belief. You'll go for that walk. You'll call that friend. You'll try that new recipe. These positive actions create positive health outcomes, which reinforces your positive belief. It's a powerful, upward spiral. The lies we're about to debunk are the very things that can stop this upward spiral before it even begins. Let's start with the biggest lie of all. It's the idea that as we get older, our bodies are destined to become frail and weak, and that we should take it easy and avoid physical exertion. The truth is, your body is designed to move, and much of age-related physical decline is caused by inactivity, not by age itself. While we may not be able to run a marathon like we did at 30, our muscles, bones, and heart are incredibly adaptable and can get stronger at any age. The loss of muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia, is not a mandatory sentence. It is largely a result of disuse. Research has shown that a simple, consistent routine of strength-building exercises can help seniors rebuild lost muscle, improve balance, and dramatically reduce the risk of falls. The key is not to stop moving, but to find smarter, safer, and more consistent ways to move. This old saying is often applied to our minds. It's the belief that our brains are hardwired, and that after a certain age, learning new things becomes impossible, and cognitive decline is unavoidable. This lie can be incredibly damaging, causing us to stop challenging our minds. The truth is, your brain can learn, change, and grow throughout your entire life. This incredible ability of the brain to form new connections and rewire itself is called neuroplasticity. Every time you learn a new skill, whether it's a few words in a new language, a new card game, how to use a tablet to video call your grandchildren, or even a new walking route through your neighborhood, you are physically building new pathways in your brain. Staying curious, engaged, and continuing to learn is not just a fun hobby. It is essential exercise for your brain, that helps to build what scientists call cognitive reserve, which is your brain's resilience against age-related changes. This is a very common and surprisingly dangerous myth. We might notice that our sleep patterns change, or that we wake up more during the night, and we conclude that our bodies just don't need as much sleep as they used to. The truth is, seniors need just as much quality sleep, about 7 to 9 hours per night, as younger adults. While our sleep architecture might change, with less deep sleep and more light sleep, the overall quantity is still crucial. Sleep is not a passive state. It is when our body and brain perform their most critical maintenance tasks. During sleep, our brain cleanses itself of metabolic waste products that can build up and contribute to neurodegenerative diseases. Our body repairs tissues, our heart gets a chance to rest, and our memories are consolidated. Chronic poor sleep in seniors is a major risk factor for falls, cognitive impairment, and heart disease. Prioritizing sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. This is perhaps the saddest lie of all. It's the passive acceptance that, as we get older, our social circles will inevitably shrink, and that feeling lonely is just a natural consequence of a long life. The truth is, social connection is a vital, non-negotiable nutrient for your physical and mental health. Researchers have conducted massive long-term studies that have shown that chronic loneliness can be as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It is a major risk factor for depression, cognitive decline, and even heart disease. Humans are social creatures. We are hardwired for connection. While our social lives might change, staying connected is a proactive choice. This can mean joining a local club, volunteering, taking a class at a community center, scheduling regular phone calls with family, or even enjoying the simple social interaction of a visit to a classic Austrian coffee house. Connection is a verb. It's something we do. This is a lie of resignation. So many seniors are told or believe that the constant ache in their back or the persistent pain in their knees is just an unavoidable price of admission for getting older. The truth is, while minor aches and stiffness can be common, chronic, life-limiting pain is a medical condition, not a normal part of aging. Accepting chronic pain as your fate can lead to a downward spiral of inactivity, which leads to more stiffness and weakness, which leads to more pain. While there may not always be a cure, there are almost always effective strategies to manage and reduce pain. These can include working with a physiotherapist on specific exercises, adopting an anti-inflammatory diet, and participating in gentle movements like Tai Chi, yoga, or the wonderful water aerobics we've discussed before. Pain is a signal from your body that needs to be investigated and addressed, not just endured. Let me tell you a story about a woman named Gerda, a 78-year-old widow from Vienna. After her husband passed away, Gerda found herself believing all of these lies. She felt she was too old and frail to exercise. She thought her world was supposed to get smaller. Her stiff hip was just something she had to live with. She felt she was just waiting. Her grandson, worried about her, gently nudged her to join a seniors' walking club that met in a local park. Gerda was terrified. She thought she would be too slow, lie number 1, and that she was too old to make new friends, lie number 4. But to please him, she went. The first day, she walked for just 10 minutes, and her hip was sore. But she went back. Slowly, a transformation began. The walking started to ease the stiffness in her hip, not make it worse, truth number 5. The regular activity helped her to sleep more soundly through the night, truth number 3. She began chatting with the other walkers, making new friends, and feeling a sense of belonging she thought was gone forever. And as she navigated the park and the new friendships, she felt her mind become sharper and more engaged than it had been in years. By challenging one lie, Gerda ended up defeating all 5. Hearing all of this at once might feel like a lot. So let's make it simple. I want you to pick just one of the 5 lies that might have resonated with you, one that you may have been telling yourself. And this week, I want you to take one small, simple action to challenge it. If you've been believing the lie about physical decline, your action is to go for a simple 5-minute walk. If you've been believing the lie about your brain, your action is to borrow a puzzle book from the library or download a free language app. If you've been believing the lie about social connection, your action is to pick up the phone and call one friend or family member you haven't spoken to in a while. It's about one small step that proves the lie wrong. Which of these lies have you heard the most often in your life? I would be fascinated to read your experiences in the comments. Today, we have faced 5 of the most common and harmful lies about aging and replaced them with empowering truths. Let's recap. 1. Lie. Physical decline is inevitable. Truth. Your body is designed to move and get stronger at any age. 2. Lie. You can't learn new things. Truth. Your brain can grow and change your entire life. 3. Lie. You need less sleep. Truth. You need 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep for health and repair. 4. Lie. Loneliness is normal. Truth. Social connection is a vital, controllable nutrient for your health. And 5. Lie. You have to live with chronic pain. Truth. Pain is a condition to be managed, not just accepted. The overarching truth is this: you are not defined by the number of your age. You are defined by your mindset, your choices, and your actions. If you found this video inspiring and empowering, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Let's build a community that rejects these lies and celebrates a life of vitality and purpose. And for our final, most important reminder, please always discuss your health, your activity levels, and any concerns you have with your doctor. They are your best partner on this journey. Thank you for watching, and here's to a life lived without limits.